Morning, guys. I'm up early again today because we're going to be heading to the farmer's market and also going to see my grandma, which I am so excited about. I haven't seen her since before the pandemic. So I am excited for those two things, and I did not want to get up this morning, but yeah. So the first day with the Dexcom, it's been almost 24 hours now. It was a little bit weird at first. I was getting much higher readings on the Dexcom than I was on the meter, and I tend to believe the meter. Well, until this morning, the meter was being weird, but I'll get to that in a second. So I tend to believe the meter, and so I calibrated it twice, and then after about 10 o'clock last night, it started getting pretty close within the same number range. So I did have a little bit of a rough night. Even with the Dexcom numbers being a little bit higher, the meter numbers, I was running kind of high yesterday, like higher than my normal, like in the 140s, 130s range, and at one point 170. So it was a little bit weird. I think the stress is what caused that. And then I took Trikafta last night. Actually, I made a big boo-boo last night. I was sitting there. I was like, what time did I take Trikafta this morning? Because I didn't remember, and I was like, oh, I didn't take Trikafta this morning. So I don't do that. But I took Trikafta, drank a boost, and was watching the Dexcom numbers because at this point it was pretty close to the meter. And it said 139 rising, which again was a little bit weird going up that high, but I was like, I just drank that, okay. And I was just talking to my friend, and I just started feeling terrible. Just my heart rate went up to 122, my palms were sweaty, I was shaking, I was nauseous, like super nauseous. And I checked it, it was 107 and falling. And so it was dropping rapidly, and I had to drink 2 juices to fix that. Went to bed. Dexcom goes off at 3 o'clock in the morning, saying I'm low, meter, we're on the same number. And then sometime later in the night it goes off again. I don't even know what time it was at that point. And so it was a little bit of a rough night. I had about 3 lows in 12 hours. So hopefully today will be better on that front. And I'm starting to enjoy having this. It's become, now that the numbers are more accurate, it's become a lot easier to just click an app than it is to do the meter. Now the meter was being weird this morning. Dexcom said 91, which I felt like was a little bit high for me in the morning, so I wanted to check it. And the meter said 66, so I was like, well, that's not right, because I don't feel low. So then I rechecked again, the meter was like 180, and I was like, okay, that's not right either. So then I rechecked again, the meter said 73, checked one more time, the meter said 83, and so now it's within the same range, but my meter was the one that was being all like super funky this morning. So anyway, now I'm just gonna sneeze apparently. Sorry about that. Now I'm just gonna drink this and get ready to go, and should be a pretty fun day.
Tomatoes are good. Pictures.
I'm just taking a video.
I saw you videoing you all.
I don't know, I was doing no such thing. Yeah, I didn't see any pigs.
Happy too.
They're down here.
I'm always
Hey guys, so we just got back from the farmer's market and visiting my grandma. It was a lot of fun. You saw a clip of the farmer's market plus the Arkansas River. It was fun, but I was having issues, and it wasn't entirely unexpected because the same thing happened to me last night. The same thing has happened to me multiple times in the past, just not what happened as severely, but it's happened since April. Just not every time, but it's happened. So I chugged a boost on the way out before we you know, because we were leaving, so I was like, I'm gonna take Trikafta, chug this, and that'll be enough. And about an hour post drinking that, I started feeling off. I got an alert, blood sugar was 68, and I treated it, but I kept feeling worse, and then it dropped to, I think it was 57 was the lowest it went, and it still was going down. So after sitting for a while, it went back up, and it was fine. It went up to, I think it was 130 something, because I ended up using 4 glucose tablets plus eating lunch plus Gatorade to finally bring it back up because it kept dropping and dropping. And you know, I'm still learning the whole Dexcom stuff, but I trust it if I'm feeling the way that it's telling me I'm feeling. You know, sometimes I've double checked when I'm like, that's not the right number. I don't feel like that. The meter, you know, sometimes it confirms it's right, sometimes it is off. But if I'm feeling what it's telling me, I pretty much believe it. So it was fine, it spiked, and then about 30 minutes later, I got an alert saying treat now to avoid urgent low. So I had to do that again, and finally, after that, it stabilized. It was like this hour time frame where it was just like way up, 154, then to 57, then 139, and then to 60 again, and it was just a mess, but it's stable now. And honestly, I mean, I can't do this, but honestly, I'm at the point where I don't want to eat, because if I'm not eating, it's just this straight line, you know, it dips here and there, but it's mostly this straight line of stability. And you know, I'm like 96 or something now. I haven't eaten in a while. It's just straight line. And then when I eat, it's just like everywhere. So I don't know. But anyway, but I enjoyed the going down there. I realized I hadn't been there in like years upon years. And so that was a lot of fun. And now I'm just going to rest because I'm pretty tired. Oh, and I also forgot to tell you guys, in the midst of all the blood sugar stuff, I forgot, but while we were eating lunch, I also tried boba for the first time. Not really a fan. I've always found it intriguing. My mom had never had it before either, and we saw, you know, they were selling it, so we were like, let's try that. Not my thing. The coconut like drink that they were in was delicious. The boba, it wasn't a taste thing, it was a texture thing, but it was fun to try, and probably won't ever drink it again, but it was fun. I think I might actually just end my vlog here because I am exhausted, and that's what the heat does to you. The heat index is like 102 out there, so it was pretty hot, but yeah, I might just rest. I do want to go to the horses, but that's going to be entirely dependent on how hot it is out there tonight. But tomorrow is the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals, which is really fun. I should have worn this shirt yesterday, or I mean tomorrow, but so that should be a lot of fun. It's an early game, like 2 o'clock. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up here so it's not excessively long, and I'm gonna upload it in a little bit because I'm tired. But it was a fun day. Like, there was parts of it that were not great, but on the whole, it was a fun day. And I say it was a fun day, it's 1:30, but it was a fun morning, and now I'm just gonna chill out. You know, the heat makes you lazy, so that's the plan. But thank you guys so much for coming along on my day today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.